What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for Sports. So, of course, Michael Jordan is one of the great icons in American culture. You know, um, when you get one name recognition like that, you're on a whole nother level. He was the first NBA player to be a billionaire. He's still considered by a majority the greatest basketball player of all time. Probably the most influential American athlete of all time. You know, and he took what Magic and Larry did in the 80s as far as catapulting the NBA to new heights, and he took it and brought it even higher during the 1990s. But that doesn't mean that Michael Jordan has escaped criticism, even during his time. One of the big criticisms from the media, especially black media outlets, is that he was not black enough. All right, he didn't speak out enough on issues regarding black Americans. And he was once asked about this in a Playboy interview. I'll put a link to this interview in a pinned comment in the comment section below. And this is what Michael Jordan had to say. All right, so Playboy asked him, for all of the credit, respect, celebrity, and money that have come to you in your career, you remain a black man in a country dominated by white corporate structures. Recently, you have even taken shots from black writers who suggest you're not black enough. So Jordan replied, I realize that I'm black, but I like to be viewed as a person, and that's everybody's wish. That's what Martin Luther King Jr. fought for, that everybody could be treated equal and be viewed as a person. In some ways, I can't understand it because here we are striving for equality, and yet people are going to say I'm not black enough at a time when actually I thought I was trying to be equal. I try to be a role model for black kids, white kids, yellow kids, green kids. This is what I felt was good about my personality. Don't knock me off the pedestal that you wanted me to get onto. I get criticized about not giving back to the community. Well, that's not true. I do. I just don't go out and try to seek publicity from it. Unlike a particular player from Akron who can't help but get in front of a camera and let you know what he did recently. Now, I'm not knocking the school thing. I'm not talking about that. But that's a great thing. But there are times when he likes to get in front of the camera to let you know, hey, I did this. Hey, I did that. A lot of other athletes of today do that. I could hold a press conference on everything I do for the black community, but I don't choose to do that so people are not aware of it. Does the accusation sting? Yeah, it's really unfair because they asked for more black role models, yet they're stabbing me when I'm up here trying to be a positive black role model. So that goes to show you that even back then, Michael Jordan wasn't getting, just 100% praise and no criticism. And this is before social media. And this is before our country really became intensely politicized like it is today. So there's no doubt in my mind Michael Jordan would be scrutinized today because I don't think it would have been in his interest to be a politician and a basketball player. By that I mean, infiltrating the media with pawns who will be favorable for his, as far as his parroting his greatness, and people who I suspect are on payrolls or getting kickbacks to sit up there and kiss his ass or whatever. But anyway, that's all I got to say. Well, no, that's not all I got to say about it. Let me say this too. Michael Jordan had a right whether or not he wanted to be political. Not everybody's political. Okay? Not everybody's fucking political. And I think sometimes we lose sight of that. Some people aren't interested in being heroes or politicians / athletes. Everybody's not going to be Bill Russell. Everybody's not going to be Oscar Robertson. Could he have done more? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. But at the end of the day, he may not have been Michael Jordan. If he had went the political route, you know, he definitely would have been sacrificing his own personal wealth and power. And, at the end of the day, would that have been done by him to satisfy other people? So they can get him a... But, you're sacrificing your brand, making your own brand toxic. And a lot of people that talk and say that you ain't black and you ain't this, they ain't gonna support your ass, when you need their help. So at the end of the day, fuck all of that bullshit, in my opinion. And Michael Jordan's one of the this isn't widely known, I think, still, but Michael Jordan was one of the biggest financiers for Malcolm X, the movie that Spike Lee made. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit there and say that he wasn't conscious. I think Michael Jordan was aware of certain shit, but he just didn't. It was a different time period, man. Especially after 1993-ish. Like, I would say the black community was becoming more conscious late 80s, early 90s, but then it kind of went away from that. We went away from it. I remember when we was in 4th and 5th grade, we were wearing African medallions to school. Then suddenly, this went away. And instead of us wearing African medallions and throwing up black power fists, we were fighting each other. Worrying more about who had the biggest, the biggest links as far as change is concerned, and compete one another, and slowly learning how to hate one another again, and whatever. I don't want to get into all that shit, man. Tell me what you guys think.